When the Luingu Town Council procured a digital X-ray machine for Luingu District Hospital using 2023 CDF funds at a cost of 1.2 million kwacha, it was a welcome news for residents. The announcement on June 4, 2024 generated excitement across the community and within the hospital's management, who had long awaited improved diagnostic services.
I think as a hospital we are very grateful to have been taking patients to Mungwe and Chiruvula, and on a daily basis we are receiving not less than 5 cases, those with fractures. I'm sure even the community out here will like it, because even them will be attended to as they come, rather than keeping them for a week.
However, just a few months later, the excitement was short-lived. The X-ray machine began breaking down, forcing patients to incur additional costs as they sought radiography services outside the district.
The X-ray is not working.
Were 4 patients. There was a parent who had a child with a fractured leg and arm who were referred to Kasama for radiography services. On May 12, 2025, District Commissioner Chomba Chireshe briefed Provincial Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu, who was in the district on official duty, about what had gone wrong.
The X-ray machine. When we went there for commissioning, we were told to say some components were missing. The local authority did their part to procure the remaining components. And the supplier came and installed the components. It worked maybe for a month, again it developed another fault.
The additional 60,000 kwacha in public funds that was paid to cover the alleged missing components did not resolve the problem. This prompted Mr. Mpundu to describe the situation as theft.
It's tantamount to stealing, You can't deliver a thing that cannot work. And don't just pick any brand. Go for a repeatable brand. What you're supposed to do, you as a financier, go to the end users. They will show you to say this is the right thing. There are so many brands today on the market. And if you're not careful, you can do what you've just done. That is a vital piece of machine that should always be present. If you're talking about service delivered to our people, an extra machine is a necessity.
A week later, Provincial Minister Leonard Dimbao visited the hospital in the company of District Health Director Dr. Joseph Mwasa, Council Secretary Benson Malama, and Member of Parliament Taulo Chewe. He assured the public that the X-ray machine would be fully operational by the end of May 2025.
This is people's money. We're sure to say that we are more careful so that we are not caught napping like in this case.
Honorable, what's your assurance to the general public?
I think everything is going to be done. The time frame, 2 weeks?
No, 1 week.
You must have a working X-ray machine.
During a follow-up check on September 27, 2025, Hospital Administrator Matthews Mbalamweshi gave us this update.
So what we've noted is the challenge is once we get from any other supplier this cable to start giving us problems. So we requested to say they should just send from China. Yes. So I don't know how long it's going to take from China to Zambia. Yes.
The continued breakdown on this essential health equipment has now become a serious concern for the citizens, including Chief Chipalo. This is hard to explain because we expected the new machine to save our people from seeking radiography services outside the district. But now, here we are back with the old story. The machine is broken down again. On the other hand, a workplace source, who is also a resident of Samfya district, told us about a similar situation involving their newly procured X-ray machine from the same supplier.
Should be months ago. Should be July, August.
She says the X-ray machine which was installed is not fully operational. There are some components that are missing. Therefore, the operations are irregular as many patients are referred to Mansa for X-ray services. At this point, many people feel cheated and anger is rising within the community. It's worrisome to see an equipment that accrued millions of kwacha using public funds of yesterday sitting idle. Even the X-ray machine now, you've touched it because you are crooked people. You want a touch in each and every public funds meant to serve the general public. Indeed, you are dubious people. But the big question still stands. Who approved this supplier? And why is there still no urgent solution to the people of Luingu? We asked the area member of parliament, Honorable Taulo Chewe, and this was his response.
Last time we talked to you, said the X-ray is now full operation.
It's not working. So like X-ray, since it was bought from China, we have got it, the one who supplied machine has been giving us problem from the time it was installed.
When we talked last time, you were expecting the supplier.
They came, yes. They worked on the software, and this time around, because it's not working, the machine here I knew. So I think that's my question. We have programming to cancel.
Our biggest challenge was locating the supply of the X-ray machine. Members of the procurement committee, including officials from the council and the hospital, repeatedly avoided our questions.
I'm kindly asking for the name of the supplier for our X-ray machine.
The supplier?
Yes.
But you can go to the hospital, they can't give you.
This became a nightmare. The contractor responsible for supplying the machine does not appear in any publicly accessible online documents or procurement records. At last, one key public official quietly pointed us in the right direction. Naresh Puriskori, the director of InsureMed Equipment Limited, is the man behind the contract to supply the digital X-ray machine to Luingu District Hospital. He shared parts of the story with us in the following telephone interview. Due to poor audio quality for our source in the telephone interview, his voice has been voiced over.
We understand you are the supplier of the X-ray machine at Luingu District Hospital, which was installed in 2024.
We are the supplier, sir.
There are concerns from the general public about the breakdowns of the equipment that you brought. What is really causing that?
I think the right person to answer this is my biomedical engineer, sir. He's working from Copperbelt now. But when we installed, there were some network issues. It's like we used to use analog machines before. The constituency asked on the EGP platform, and that's what we quoted and supplied upon winning the tender. So there was some networking problems, sir. I don't know, apart from that, there was not much problem, sir. It's like when you have an antivirus, some ports on the CPUs, those were the ones that were not well correlating because the internet issues. There were some cable issues in place, but according to me, according to my engineer update so far, the machine is currently working very well and is helping the people, sir. That's the update I have.
After it was installed in 2024, we were informed that some components were missing, so they were bought again, added to the equipment. Is that true?
Components missing is not the right word to use, sir. There was no component missing, sir. 100% mission was supplied. As I told you, it's only the misplacement of the components. If I supplied something that is not fully equipped, why did they even receive the machine, sir? They wouldn't even allow me to install it if the machine is not 100% supplied. There were no such things.
So, in other words, you're saying when the machine was installed, there were no components missing?
No, sir. Maybe misplacements.
How frequent have they notified you on the breakdown of the X-ray machine?
It's only 2 times. one time I think there was some cables to be replaced. It was done by my China team who came. Then it is working very well. There is no issue. The machine is working perfectly. They are even using it.
The machine is working perfectly. They are even using it.
At this point, the area member of parliament, who's part of the team that approves CDF projects, says the machine has repeatedly failed to function, but the supplier insists it works. So, who's telling the truth? Who owns the answer?
I can confirm to say, in terms of operations, we are okay. We officially started operating on the 10th of October. That is, I think, what I can confirm.
Okay, for the X-ray, I think it is now working. We are still using the same cable that was procured within the country.
Against this background, the civil society organization Go Back to the Land Zambia, through its executive director Chumando Piri, adds his voice.
As an organization that stands for social justice, transparency and equitable development, we demand accountability regarding the circumstances that have led to the breakdown and continued non-functionality of this cost public resource.
Over 1.2 million kwacha of public funds spent, yet the X-ray machine remains silent. Who will fix it, and when will the people of Luingu finally see the results they were promised? For Rural Reality, this has been Joseph Mwapin Lonso's radio station, Luingu District, Northern Province.